Okay, so what we've been working on since I've been back is just a little mobility routine that we do before we start our day. So we're going to repeat it a few times. We're going to start every class doing a 5 to 10 minute, just going through our bodies, getting in touch with our spines, our joints, and a little bit of flexibility in our muscles. But it's the kind of thing that if you can imagine, we did it lying down yesterday. So as you're waking up, just going through these simple movements to wake up your spine and stretch a little. But if that doesn't work, like it doesn't work because I have 2 little dogs that are all over me. So I thought when I'm making my coffee in the morning, 5 minutes of stretching that we can do standing. So that's the alternate to lying in bed, which I quite enjoy, but it's just not always practical for everybody. So we're going to start with spinal mobilizations, which is just simply waking up our spine. So let's bring our hands behind our head. We're going to squat down into a plie squat and just squeeze the sternum together, open the elbows wide. And 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're going to rotate to look over that shoulder. We're moving from the thoracic spine, so just from the rib cage and up, your lower body is immobilized. Breathe through the center, exhale as you look over. Good, let's place our hands on our knees, go a little bit deeper into that plie squat, and just rotate the shoulder over to the opposite knee as far as you can get it. So really bringing out your rib cage to get into that nice deep position, and straight on to the other side. Drop the shoulder down. Keep pushing the knee out. Big inhale through the center. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Press the button. Nice. And one more time each side. Big exhale. Big inhale. Good. We're going to drop down. This is a bit more of a hip opener. Just push your knees open, nice and wide. And then rotate the shoulder. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're just going to wiggle into our hip sockets. So finding a bit of movement in the joint. It's nice. And then just roll back up. I'll take a little break on the legs. Back to the spinal mobilizations. Big inhale, drop down. This time we're going to do a massive C curve. Also stand sideways so you can see. We're going to C curve the spine. So big inhale. Start to crack your chin. Pull your sternum back. Pull your belly button up and under your rib cage. And start to round down. You can pull on the space of your skull to get a bit of more of a stretch. And we're going to aim our elbows into our hip creases. Now keep pulling your belly button up and under. We really want to work the core here while stretching our back. I get a cramp. So let's open the elbows really wide. I'm going to do that again. So big inhale. Exhale. Start to tuck your chin, pull the sternum back, pull the belly button up and under the rib cage, and aim those elbows into your rib cage. Keep squeezing the core and exhaling. Takes a lot of breath, that one. All right. So we're going to add on from there. Open really wide. Let's drop down. Inhale. We're going to flex forward, but we're going to bring the elbow to the opposite hip. So big inhale. Rotate and come over to bring that elbow to your opposite hip. You're still rounding the spine here. Good. Come on up. Squeeze in the center. Big inhale. So rotate and bring it down to the opposite hip. As you exhale. Lovely. Pausing there. We're going to reverse that. So we're going to go into a slight back extension. So squeeze open. Inhale. Rotate. Bring the elbow down to the same side of the hip, like the Little Mermaid. Pull back. And come forward. Open in the center. Inhale. Exhale, and bring it back. Nice, just bring your fingertips together. And just lateral side bend. Pull the fingertips away to stretch the side body. Good. And last one. Nice. We're going to go right from the feet. We're going to come to a thing that they do in yoga called churning. I don't know if you guys have done it. It's moving through all the different joints in your body and just rotating them. So we'll lift one foot. Actually, for the ankles, we're going to keep our feet down and just rotate through the ankles. Footwork, very important to have healthy feet. So just rotate to the full range of your ability and go the other way. So trying to work all those little tiny muscles in your feet, stretching those tendons. And let's go the other way. So inwards, that ankle. Doesn't work very well. 3, 4, 5. You can have a little micro bend in the knees and go the other way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. We're going to do our knees. So place your hands underneath and just circle them around. 2, 3, 4. Go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to pick up one knee. So balance it. And just rotate that kneecap, that knee joint. 3, 4. Other way. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go right into the hip. So same side. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take it back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just open laterally. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try and get that joint to move in its maximum range. Ooh, last 2. 1 and 2. Take to the other side. Watch that knee nice and high. Circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Hip circles forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And just laterally abduct. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. Moving on to the hip circle. So go forward one way, push your hips forward, push them back. 2, 3. Some people are like, no, that doesn't go good. Okay, forward, 1, the other way, 2, and 3, and 4. Shoulders, just nice little circles forward for 4, 3. Squeeze them up. 2, and 1. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do this little down to the side. Circle the neck. 2, 3, 4. Now twist. 2, 3, 4. Find the wrist. Just circle them around. And the other way. That is called the churning. Very easy to do while you're waiting for your coffee. So that would be a kind of like easy little routine to do before you start your day. Okay? Now we'll move on to the more Pilates centric part of the class. So we're going to take a big inhale. And exhale. Tuck your chin, pull the center back, round through your lower spine, nice and slowly to go down. You might feel tension. Just be aware of where the tension is. Go nice and slow. You're going to find your shins. Extend the crown of your head to the opposite wall and send your hips back to the back wall. So you're pushing into your shins, you're extending and flattening your spine, looking for length. Beautiful. It's a really nice stretch. Take your hands down to the mat. You can bend your knees here. Get your palms nice and flat on the mat. And then see if you can extend the legs. Good. Trying to get them straight, but not necessarily happening right away, so no worries. 3, 4, 5. Good. We're going to roll it up with control. Tuck your chin, pull the sternum back, and pull your belly button under your ribs. Coming up to the top, big inhale. Exhale down. Roll it down with control. Find your shins. Flatten your spine. Push your hips to the back of the wall. Extend your crown of the head to the opposite wall. Enjoy that stretch. If you need a little more, keep pushing into the shins. Keep pushing those hips back. Good, we're gonna take the fingertips down to the mat again, bend and extend. Breathe into the tension. And good, relax. We're going to do a little more footwork in this position. So try and get your legs straight. Try and tuck your chest into your knees. You can smooth down the backs of your legs to give them a bit of a massage. And then hands on the ground, we're just going to lift our heels. So lift and push the balls of the feet into the mat. Good. Bring the heels together, toes apart. Same action. Lift and stretch. You should feel the stretch going all the way to the top of your hamstring. And through the backs of your calves and knees. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Excellent. Let's walk our hands out into a high plank. Good. Just hold the high plank. Think about grounding through the balls of your feet, the outsides of your pinkies. And just have a nice, strong, stable base. We're going to take one big step forward. We're going to bring our hands or our forearms to the mat, wherever you're comfortable. And we're going to try and squeeze this knee into our side body. So activate the stretch by pulling that knee right into your side body. Beautiful. You can stay up if you need to, no problem. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing. Excellent. Come on up. We're going to open to the ceiling. So rotate backwards. Then we're going to thread this arm through to go diagonally to the back of the room. And let's go again. Open, rotate, and send that arm through. Good. We're going to drop that back knee and come forward for a hip stretch, flexor stretch. Nice. So just letting the hips go heavy. We'll pulse forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to connect the nose to the knee. Take a big inhale. Try to keep that connection as you drag your hips back, straightening that front leg. Good. So it's quite an intense stretch. The key to get down is to scoop your belly. So think about pulling your belly button up and under the ribs so to give you that rounded spine. Just hold there. And come forward into the hip flexor stretch. We're going to do it again. So connect the knee and the nose. Big inhale. Scoop the belly to round back. That's the trick. If you're down and your nose is on your knee and you want to make it a bit more intense, you can bring the cheek to the outside of the knee. Good, come forward. Right, we're going to place our hands by the instep of our foot. And we're going to try to keep the knee tracking forward. You can hold it in until you get used to this move because it's a bit intense. Now we're going to rotate the opposite hip down to the mat. Hopefully getting it close now. All right, so I'm squeezing my knee in quite a lot, which is helping me to get my hip down. So maybe that's part of it. All right, good. Come back forward. We're going to pull back again, but we're going to have a flat back. So lengthen the crown of the head to the opposite wall. Pull those hips back. It's a different stretch. More the bottom of the hamstring, back of the knee. And let's work on putting our pressure in the ball of the foot. So just lift a few times the toes and really get into that hamstring. And now we're going to pressurize that ball of the foot like you're stepping on the gas and keep pulling away backwards to hover over your heel. Lovely. One more time, we're going to try that hip dip. So grab on so you don't lose that knee. Foot pointing forward and just bring that hip down to the mat. Breathe into it if it's tense. A couple big inhales there. And let's switch to the other side. So we'll come to all fours. Take one foot forward. And rock that hip flexor towards the mat. Nice and heavy. And we drop it. So pulse 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to connect the knee and the nose. So find that connection. Remember, sink, belly scoop. So pulling that belly button up and under the rib cage to get that nose and knee connected. And forward. Do it one more time. Drop the hip towards the mat for the hip flexor stretch. And big inhale, connect the knee and the nose. Round to go back. Excellent. Hands by your instep. Knee tracking forward. Let's see how it goes on this side. Big inhale. Exhale. Ooh, tight. Oh, bring it down to the mat. Keep that knee facing forward as much as you can. And let's drag it back to flat spine. Lengthening. Pulling back over your heel. Now let's work on trying to get that ball of the foot down to the mat. So lift the toes a few times. And pressure into the ball of the foot. Keep pulling back, keep extending the spine. Nicely done. All right, hands by your instep. Last chance at this one. Big inhale. Exhale to rotate down. And come back up. Nice. Side, yes. Let's just stay on all fours. Oh, sorry, yes. The most amazing stretch in the world. It's called. So yeah. Thank you. I like reminders. All right, so if you can get your forearms down, great. If not, stay where you are. Squeezing the leg into the side body. Keep squeezing to activate. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then let's rotate open. Take it behind, thread the needle. And rotate open. And take it behind. Let's thread the needle. Is that everything, Sasha?
It just didn't feel easy.
I know, you're right. I knew something was missing, but I couldn't.
Well, and also we did this one. Yeah, it's.
All right, so let's look up and inhale with our cat cows, which we should never skip. Inhale and exhale, round the spine, push that spine into the ceiling. Oh, and inhale to come up. And exhale down. Let's flow through that. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Hold that pose. So really push your belly button up and under your ribs. We're going to hover over the heels again. It's a beautiful stretch for the lower spine. Keep pulling your belly button in and under your ribs. So your core is working here. Now we're just going to pulse the butt towards the heels. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nicely done. All right. We're going to come up on to our knees. And just do a couple of robot arms. So it's a lateral side bend. Take it down laterally to the mat. Nice and easy. Inhale, top, exhale to go to the side. Inhale, and exhale. We're going to stay in the line, so not bending forward. At the center, and take the arms out straight behind us. We're just going to lean gently back, keeping our bodies straight, so not breaking from the hips. And come forward, inhale, and exhale back. Inhale, and exhale. A little further, if you feel comfortable, inhale, exhale. And last one, inhale, exhale, just hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sitting down on our heels. Just a little strengthening of the ankles again. So push the tops of your feet down into the mat. That's going to cause you to rise up just a little bit, but just from the pressure going into the mat, stretching the calves, stretching the ankles, strengthening the feet. Last two. Last one. Awesome. Let's flip around. Start a bit of core. So we want in the Pilates to be thinking about two positions generally, the C curve in the spine, so that big rounded spine, or a really flat, lengthened spine. So we're going to work on both of those. First, the C curve. So lengthening out of your side body to reach for the ceiling, then reconnecting. So big inhale, close the space from your ear to your shoulder. So drop the shoulder away, concentrate on connecting through the lats, the rib cage, and the side of the waist. So we're in this already quite tight position, and then we're going to drop our chin to our chest, pull the sternum back, and pull the belly button up and under the rib cage. So we're in that C curve. Now we're going to start to go back. So aiming your back towards the mat, we're only going to go halfway. Good, so we're really looking for that curve of the spine, flexion of the spine. You can pull in your pubic bone to your face even more to get deeper into it. We're just gonna hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring the arms up to the ears and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good, we're going to bring the elbow down, so rotate, stay in that C curve. Squeeze the oblique. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's rise back up. Shake out the arms, shake out the shoulders, reconnect to the side body. Inhale. Close that space down. Tuck the chin, start to roll back. Good, bring the nose to the knee, squeeze it in. Good, we'll kick one leg up, take the arms to the other side, pulse forward, squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, other side, go. 8, nice and high, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, take some scrunchy faces. Let's roll down with control all the way to the mat. And release. Okay, so that was the C curve. Opposite of that is the imprint into the mat, so flattening your spine into the mat. Yeah, that natural curve to your spine, you want to close the space behind that. So big inhale, close the space by pushing your lower back into the mat. So lots of work is happening here, even though it's a very simple move. Your core is really turned on. So let's hold for 8, 7, push down, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Neutral spine. Arms up again. Inhale. Close it down. Close that space. So lots of pressure into the lower spine. Now find the bottom of your ribs, the top of your hips. That space we're going to focus on shortening mentally. So closing that space. It's not going to change anything, but it's a cue to help you turn on that girdle of muscles called the powerhouse. So we're closing that space. We're pushing our back into the mat. Hold that for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, are we feeling it? Yes, good. Okay, one more time. We're going to include the pelvic floor. So another cue, big inhale. Exhale, close that space behind your lower back. Close the space between the ribs and the hips, squeezing that space together, closing that space. Now I want you to think of your pelvic floor, squeeze and lift, and everything's working together, pushing down. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Excellent. All right, we're going to do a roll up. So lift your head and shoulders. Inhale. And exhale, just roll through the different parts of your spine to come past your toes. Nice. Drop the head between the arms. We're going to circle the arms. You're still tucking your belly here to support your spine. Go the other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your arms to your ears. We're going to roll down. Inhale, tuck everything, tuck the chin, tuck the sternum, tuck the belly button up and under. We're trying to hit every part of our spine. So working on the tailbone, the lower back, trying to touch every part. The middle back. And finally, the upper back. Take it overhead. We're going to just switch it up a little bit. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. A little harder. A little something like the flexors out of the equation. So let's lift the head and shoulders. Big inhale. Exhale. Oh, really? You can do it. Yes. Come forward. Just going to claw the ground. Go into that hip opening. Nice. Excellent. Okay, we're going to come into the hundreds. So we're just going to roll it back down from that with control. You can use your fingers to guide you down to help you stay in that T curve even more. All right. So in the hundreds, we have options. If you're new to Pilates and you don't want to stretch your lower back, you can keep your feet down and just curl off your shoulder blades. The action is pumping from the arms. So inhale for 5, exhale for 5. If you're feeling like you want to challenge yourself, you can take your next level would be the 90-degree legs. And then anything in between 90 and 45 degrees. So that's how you're going to add the challenge. So choose your level. Let's get our shoulder blades off the ground. Wrap the thighs so you're externally rotating. And we're just going to start with the breathing. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We put the lower back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slow it down. Bring your knees into your chest and just squeeze them in. We're going to work on bringing our nose to our knees, so a bigger C curve. Just stretch it all out. Good. We're going to move right into the series of 5. So classical Pilates. So you're going to take your outer hand to your outer ankle. You're going to send the opposite leg long. So reaching out of that hip socket to try to touch the other wall. You're going to put some pressure on the top of your knee. And you're going to rise up to meet your knee. And we're going to switch to the other side. This is called the single leg stretch. So think of it as a stretch, pulling that knee into your chest. And release it down in the mat. Just as a little breather, we're going to come through and rotate on our lower back. Just a little massage. So little circles one way and little circles the other way. Good. We're ready for the double leg stretch. So let's curl up off our shoulder blades. We're going to shoot the legs out at 45 degrees and then circle the arms around. You can again pull into your chest for a little bit more of a hip lift at the end. And we have 6 more. And 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Excellent. Squeeze the knees into the chest. We're just going to do a quick little happy baby in between. So grab the soles of your feet. Pull down into your armpits, activate that stretch, and find a little bit of movement in the hip socket, whatever feels good. And the other way, so I'm stirring my legs like an egg beater. And we're ready to move on. So next we have scissors. Just to get the stretch in our leg, we're going to pull the leg to 90 degrees. Let's climb up that tree. So go 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to get close to your ankle. And we're just going to pulse in here. So straight leg pulse, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's switch to the other side. Climb up that tree. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. And pull in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that little stretch. We're ready for the doubles now. So we're going to pull in and exchange. Last 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in for that next stretch. And we'll just roll our foot from side to side, release the neck. Good. Okay, moving on to leg drops. You have the option to keep your head and shoulders down and have support from your arms. So that would be one way to make it a little bit easier. The other way to make it easier is not to go all the way down. So you can go 5 inches, you could go 10 inches, you could go all the way down. So it's really up to you. If you have lower back twinge, stay up at the top half. And if you want to make it more challenging, you lift your head and shoulders, pull the fingers to the opposite side of the wall. So let's go. We have 8, 7, but choose your level. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drag it back in and squeeze your knees into your chest. Let's just rock from side to side a little bit. Good. Getting ready for crisscross. So we're standing one leg long at 45 degrees. Hands go behind the head. I'm going to try and pull that elbow back to the mat and join the knee and the elbow together. So the aim is to be able to squeeze the midline. So squeezing into the center, hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, squeeze it, come on, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take to the other side, find the midline, squeeze in, go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's just rotate through that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hold the midline again for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse the knee in, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on the other side, go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse, go 1, 2, 3, tap it, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, good job. Let's rock on up, flip over, and we'll go into swan. So, elbows are near. We'll start with our nose on the mat. Moving a pretend barbell away from us. And that's where your base stays once your nose comes off the mat. So you can also think of a unicorn horn pointing at the opposite wall. The idea is not to crane your neck. Neutral neck, no creases in the back of the neck. So as we lift up, let's start again. Inhale, move that marble, and then keep the neck where it is. As you start to put pressure into your hands, you can do like a little baby swan, or you can keep going a little bit higher, depending how you're feeling. And just inhale. And lower that down. Let's go again. Move the marble, inhale. And exhale to rise up. Good. Good. Okay, we're going to come into a 90-90 position. Working our hip flexors. Hip flexors in Pilates often are the thing that stops people from progressing because they're tight and they're not quite strong enough. So we work on them a lot so we can get those nice teaser lines. Okay, so just thinking about rotating through the hip and sending a nice stretch down the front of your leg to your knee. So your quad, your hip flexor, you're squeezing the glute to get a little bit of lift. So nice rotation. Really squeeze. Going. And last one. All right, we're gonna make sure our line, we have our knees in a line on the mat. We're just gonna pop up, squeeze glutes, and pop down. Good. And release. Now we're going to try and move the entire leg parallel to the mat up to the ceiling. So if you need to put your hand down, that's fine. Otherwise, hands to the ceiling. Inhale and just lift. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to take it to a floating mermaid. So we're going to kick that leg out as we come over. We're going to pull the elbow back. So we're looking at the ceiling. And then we're going to stretch forward. So just pulse from the side body, lengthen the side body. 3, 4, 5, reach. 6, 7, and 8. We're going to push out that hand to come back to our starting point with that leg floating. And kick it backwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take it over again. So kick that leg out and over the top. Pull that elbow back. And stretch. Just reach for that opposite wall. Then push out that hand to come back up. Your floating mermaid. Good. Let's switch sides. 99. And little rotation. You can even massage that hip flexor as you're rotating. Push your fingers right into it. And to move, squeeze that back glute, get extra rotation. Good. We're ready to pop up. So knees in a line. And here we go, squeeze. Drive those hips forward. Good, pausing there. Hands come to the ceiling, we're gonna lift that leg. Entire leg is moving. 1, 2, 3, good. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take it over for that lengthening. Pull the elbow back. Look at the ceiling. Send that hand forward, stretch the side body. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Push out that hand to come up. And we're kicking back. So 1, 2. Flex that foot if you want. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. One more time. Over for that nice lengthening stretch. Reach and rotate. Oh, just try to touch that wall. And come on back. Nicely done. Okay. Let's come around. And we'll make our way down to the mat. Okay, we're going to try a couple of full teasers. So, well, maybe we should do the teaser prep first. Okay, never mind. Sit up. We'll work our way to full teaser. Just to get into the groove of teaser, if we haven't done it before, we'll sit balancing on our sits bones. And we're going to work on just kicking our legs up. So you have the support. We're trying to get straight legs. You can do one leg at a time, just to get into. What's happening when you move is that you're destabilizing yourself. You have to figure out how to stop yourself from moving too much. So pick up and pick up. And if you're ready, you're going to try just to find the teaser lines. Holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll give ourselves a little break. Sit up nice and tall. Twist to the back of the room. That hurt you? Is it because your mat's not thick enough, or structural issues with your not enough fat on the body? All right, so just to see what a teaser would look like if you did it from the beginning, you would lift your head and shoulders, you would take a big inhale, you would float the legs and the arms up at the same time, finding those lines, trying to get the toes up nice and high, hold in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On the way down, we go down with the upper body first, super slow, super slow, super slow, until you hit your groin, and then you take everything down. Should we give it a go? Why not? Just to see how it feels. If you don't like it, we'll stop. All right, so lift the head and shoulders. First thing, big inhale. Exhale, foot roll up. Nice. Get the stick up. That position, find the high. Yes, good. Yay. And hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The hard part is going down. Go as slow as you can go. Rolling down slowly, 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 slowly. Hold it. Release the legs. And that's excellent. Good job, guys. Very nice. Oops. Little battery. Can someone tell me the time? I have a second sentence about when the class is over. Okay, we're just going to finish up with a couple of stretches then. We're going to drop down, bring that arm through, try and get your cheek and shoulder flush to the mat. So bring the arm up to the ceiling, 90 degrees. Then reach around to your opposite hip and grab on. So we're spiraling our chest to look at the ceiling. Big rotation. And let's come around to the other side. Drop that cheek and shoulder. Bring that arm to the ceiling. Reach around, grab on. Open pressure into the mat with that shoulder. Look at the ceiling if you can. Good. We're going to push back to yogi squat. So settle into that. Hopefully your heels are down. And push your knees open. So as we push them open, then we're just gonna reach for the sky and then drop back down, push them open. Reach. We're also gonna come up all the way to standing. So squeeze the prayer hands together, squeeze the midline, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Big inhale and exhale, rise up. Drop back down. Right into it, heavy tailbone, stack the shoulders over the hips if you can. Big inhale, squeeze the midline. Exhale, rise up. Again, we've got 2 more of those and then we're done. Squeeze in to the midline, inhale and exhale. And last time. And exhale. Up. We are done for today. Thanks, guys.